The Fortnite map is changing and secrets are being revealed. Today, the water level lowered and we're going to be taking a look at everything that has changed and now is accessible because of this, and also jumping into the future because we will be getting continual water level changes, map changes, and secrets being revealed throughout the rest of this season. And in this video, we've got leaked images letting us know what all of these changes will look like, and even a look at the final version of the Fortnite map that we will get at the end of this season. If you're watching this video right now and you never want a marauder to take you down in a Fortnite game, just hit that thumbs up button and I'll tell all the marauders to leave you alone. Don't worry. And if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. We're powering towards 18 million, and leave a comment down below saying I use code ALIE. Make sure you pop it in the store and I'll heart as many comments as I can. First off, we're going to be going over 10 different locations that have changed, developed, and revealed more during today's water level change, and then taking a look into the future at the rest of the map and even more secrets. A big shout out to Comrade on YouTube, who put together his own amazing comparison video, who's really helped me find all the locations we're about to look at. In the top left-hand corner, the shark is slightly more revealed now. You can see some of the palm trees, some of the top of the old prison. This place will continue to change throughout the season and will be a lot different to last time, so it's definitely a place we want to keep an eye on. Next up, in the top left-hand corner, Steamy Stacks has seen a huge change, now completely accessible and chilling above the water. Previously, all of the water levels came up to just at the bottom of the giant towers here. It's actually a llama chilling on one. Don't know how that's happened, but now this entire place is explorable. There's loads of chests. There really hasn't been any changes here apart from a few buoys and a few things you'd normally find in the water. Now sort of upturned with a little bit of seaweed left behind as well. Again, towards the upper north side, we have got the Blue Bridge. As we know, the map has got many colorful bridges around it, and this one is now pretty much fully revealed, at least on surface level, meaning you can actually have an alternate option of getting around the map. You don't have to swim. You can now go across the bridge. The buildings on either side of it are accessible as well, and this is a big thing we're going to see throughout the season. More ways to traverse around the map that don't mean you have to swim everywhere and the sharks always come for you. So as a result, the Blue Bridge now is a great access point between the different parts of the map, so make sure you use it. Literally just next to the Blue Bridge, we have got Pleasant Park. At a first glance, honestly, it doesn't look like much has changed, but this is a really interesting thing and something we will see continuously over the rest of the season. I'm going to talk a little bit more about, which is actually like the dirt rubbish piles that are scattered around. Specifically, the ones that were here in Pleasant Park have now been eradicated, I guess cleaned up, moved away. A lot of this area is still underwater, which will obviously change, but for the moment, it's a lot cleaner, looks a lot nicer, that's for sure, and changes have happened here, even though they may have been unnoticeable at first. Next up, another big point of interest. That's right, we are at Frenzy Farm. In a similar fashion to Pleasant Park, essentially, it's a lot cleaner. Notice how there aren't all of those dirt rubbish piles everywhere. Everything looks a little bit more resembling original Frenzy Farm. There's still a few cool little paved areas to get around the map, which weren't there in the original version. A few boat launch areas as well. But in general, this is looking a lot tidier. And the fact that the dirt is slowly starting to clean up is only a good thing. So keep an eye on these new changes here as well. Another bridge. This time the giant red bridge is now revealed. Another way of getting around the map. The revealing of the awesome slurp truck as well, and more reasons to not travel by water. Continuing directly on from the red bridge, oh my gosh, one of the biggest changes and ones I'm sure will make loads of you happy. Salty Springs is fully accessible. That's right, in a place where the lower level of the buildings you couldn't access, and I know this is so many people's favorite place to go. It has been since the beginning of Fortnite's dawn, is now a whole place that we can explore, surviving all of the flooding, which is awesome. Land here like I know you love to, and all of the chests and everything is now accessible. Next up, we've got a really weird, mysterious change and quite a few other things going on over here in the bottom left at Rickety Rig. Previously known, obviously, as Slurpy Swamp, we can see that the Slurpy area is still there. More of it's starting to get revealed, and we can see a lot of it is already underwater and will be revealed over the coming time. But the ship has moved. The ship was not there, and the island that was here is gone. Basically, all of the dirt areas around here are shifting around and even fully changing locations. As slowly the water levels start to reveal themselves a little bit more, this will no doubt return to being very similar to Slurpy Swamps, but for the moment, the ship's moving around, the dirt piles are changing. This whole area is evolving a lot this season. Take a look at Weeping Woods. You probably don't recognize it right now, but all of the Weeping Woods buildings are starting to reappear little by little, bit by bit. I landed here to pick up a load of gas canisters to show you guys the fire effect, and as you can see, the water levels are dropping here. and everywhere around here, being near Salty, near Holly Hedges, this place is all starting to change very rapidly. So if you're a fan of all of these dirty areas, you should probably explore them whilst you can. Now, a big location that has got a lot of people confused, I've actually talked about it a little bit already in a video, is obviously the giant whirlpool. To work out what's going to be appearing there, I've actually got in-game map footage, which we'll talk about in a second. We need to go ahead of time. However, there's another cooler, maybe even bigger secret right next to it I've got to show you guys. Well, it turns out that the next secret is linked into several rocks actually surrounding this whirlpool location. If you look on the map here, you can see I'm on one of them, and there's two more rock locations, a little bit of a stand like this. In-game, you can't see it yet, but if you go into replay mode, this is where a trident will be located. Yes, Aquaman's trident, most likely linking in with Aquaman's trident quest to unlock that pickaxe, or even potentially, maybe it'll be a mythic weapon in the area as well. Most likely linked to the challenge. But we now know where the location will be of it, and the rocks are starting to get revealed as the water lowers. Talking about water lowering, what is going to happen as the water continues to lower? Let's check out all of the secrets and jump into the future. The important thing to know is the several different stages of the water lowering process. We are currently on stage 2, and there's going to be 7 stages in total. The start of this season was obviously stage 1, so we've got many more stages to go through, and this will be happening throughout the seasons. A huge thank you to Fire Monkey on Twitter, who has sent me over all of the high resolution maps it will have throughout these 7 different stages. These are currently the undiscovered versions, at least for the future versions. However, thanks to a little glitch, we can actually take a look at the final version, the 7th version of the map, which will be the fully complete seasonal map as well in a second. Honestly, going through the map and taking a look at the outline of the final map, it's going to look very similar in a lot of ways to the map that we had last season, but the big changes are revealed when we take a look at the fully revealed version. Take a look at this. Thanks to Volmit Botox, who has actually managed to glitch the final map into his game, this is what it's going to look like. So let's break it down. First of all, key locations that were available last season, such as the grotto and also the shark, which housed a lot of mythic weapons and also bosses, they have changed a lot. We can actually get a little bit of a sneak peek at this already by glitching underneath the water in replay mode, having a look around. The grotto is pretty much crumbled and is completely covered up and will probably never be accessible again. Hashtag rip the grotto. And the shark has also seen a lot of damage as well, but it's still accessible, which is awesome. The Rickety Rig location, which used to be Slurpy Swamp, looks to be pretty much identical to what it was last season, except the slurp juice isn't there, unfortunately. Worth noting as well that pretty much all of the dirt areas and anything currently floating on dirt will just gradually start to be cleared up, something we've already seen on a smaller scale, and I've pointed out in today's water level changing. However, the Fortilla will stay as the dirty area of the map with all of the Fortilla locations. Now, I know you've seen it, I know you're looking at it. The biggest change out of all of them, it's in the top left. Yes, this is rumored to be the Atlantis Ruin location. Thanks to Merle, who's loaded in a version which you can see very clearly. This is the exact location underneath the current giant whirlpool, and we believe to be the point of interest and location that will be available for Aquaman himself. This location is right next to the rocks with the trident, which will obviously be linked in for challenges. Basically, this area we can now assume is going to be fully Aquaman related. And when I told you guys in a previous video where we talked about everything Aquaman related, that this place would be bigger and better than just a takeover of a yacht that Deadpool did last season, you can see what I mean, right? It's crazy huge. At the moment, this is the best look we can get on it just from a mini-map perspective, although we have seen some glitches of the area and just how vast it will be. The actual inside locations, the Deadpool-themed areas, we can only assume and guess, but we do believe there's going to be more skins tied in this crossover as well, including the Dark Manta and also potentially even the Mera skin as well. More awesome Aquaman skins coming to the game. Something else I want to touch on, because it has been seen and tweeted at me and like in-game low-key for a long time now during Chapter 2, is vending machines. These things have been found under the map, I believe in the Shark and several other locations since the start of this season, and have been glitched, as I said, for pretty much the whole of Chapter 2 at long distances, replay mode. I'm sure they must be ready to finally come this season, because they've just been sitting there waiting to drop them, and vending machines have been gone for ages now. Now, if you're a bit worried that everything's been spoiled already, if we actually go through the unreleased versions and the undiscovered versions of the map, notice how in the top left-hand corner, you can't actually see the really cool secret island that was literally only brought to the game yesterday. So Fortnite still adding in own unique slight changes, some slight tweaks, and even areas that aren't currently on here is still very much possible. So there's still going to be many more secrets to discover throughout this season. Stick around to stay up to date with everything else that is new within Fortnite. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Check out more videos on screen here, including everything latest, new, and secret within the world of Fortnite. Hope you've enjoyed. Quickly click a video before I disappear. I'll see you over there. That video that you're about to click is even better than this one. Can you believe it?